Hello everyone, welcome to Efa Kobe's YouTube channel. Today we have weekly gist. We're about to give you a summary on what happened during the week. And then today I have with me
I'm Agyapong, PSC, a journalist, and I'm very glad to be on the review.
Okay, so our first news we'll be tackling is about Black Sherif paying bills for mothers who can't afford after delivering their babies at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. And he also donated some items as well.
Well, I think Black Sherif should be commended for what he did.
He has really done a great
especially
job.
You know, when you go to the various hospitals, there are several cases of patients unable to pay for health services delivery. So especially assuming somebody going to the labor ward after 9 months, delivering, unable to pay the hospital bills, and the person and the child especially, they have no choice than to maybe host them or maybe let them remain until they are able to pay the fees to be discharged. You know, most of the time it's very, very worrying when people from poverty background or maybe situational, due to some circumstances, the person is unable to afford being there for the sake or the reason that they were unable to pay for the bills. Most of the time it's worrying. So
what do you think will be the major factor that hinders people from getting money to be discharged from the hospitals?
All right, so we would say poverty and sometimes sexual education. You know, I said poverty because we have several types of poverty. You know, some of the poverty, they are situational. Assuming the person was working perfectly fine, the person lost the job on the way, maybe the husband lost the fund, assuming somebody invested in men's gold in 2019, collapsed, the money was locked up. At that moment,
it's situational.
Yes, it's situational. Something happened, so the person is no more in that status again. The person will retraverse to maybe the poverty stage. And we also have the generational poverty. Sometimes for about 2 decades, the status of the family remains the same. Sometimes you have to try to ensure you move the status to maybe the middle class to the elites. But there are some families, their status hasn't changed. You know, some of these things, types of poverty, and others too, you could say sex education. You know, sometimes the social belief is like once you are 25 as a female, you should give birth, whether you can afford or you can't, you just have to.
And that one also comes to the education concerning the birth control. Because many people have several kids they are catering for. When they go in for, let's say, you are going to give birth to your 7th child, it becomes very stressful for them.
Sometimes birth control, you know, there are some people who have the religious belief and the social belief, maybe it's a sin to control, and even some people, fine, maybe you don't have faith or you don't accept the scientific birth control method, the family planning method. You know, we have several natural methods you can use to prevent pregnancy. You know, we have the coitus interruptus, you have the radial method you can also use. But because the person knows nothing about that,
the person just goes in and then the person is pregnant. Even some get pregnant without knowing.
Yes, and sometimes too, they just have sex because sometimes feel idle, nothing.
Just for the pleasure.
The pleasure. And sometimes it's not all sex that should relate to giving birth.
Exactly.
But there are some people, because they lack or inadequate knowledge about birth control, anytime they engage in such sexual activities, the outcome.
There's some who don't even know about protected sex. They just have sex. And
some don't know. Some pretend, some can't afford, some don't believe it.
But in all, we would just say kudos to Black Sherif. He has really made a very good step.
He could do more, and there are others too who can even support more. Because there are uncountable number of people. Sometimes the hospital has to bear the cost. Sometimes the health workers have to contribute before the person is discharged. And because you are unable to pay for medical bills or the services after delivery. You know, it's not a crime to deliver, but sometimes, Charlie, we know you are not ready, or if situation changes, you should also know how to abreast. Change yourself to suit whatever comes your way.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Baumia promises to give all SHS students free tablets this year. So this year, and then he's like, one tablet program will begin this year. Yes. So do you think this is necessary, like for now, like for now?
No, the necessity.
Yeah.
Let's say we are in a technological world.
Yeah.
So we are even late implementing this.
Yeah.
But let's ask ourselves where, when, and the how. So if you tell me you're going to provide tablets to all schools, let's use the secondary schools alone.
Yeah.
Let's ask ourselves, how many secondary schools do we have? How many students do we have? And even in terms of textbooks, the manual ones, how many of them are able to access textbooks? So now, if you say you are going to provide, do you have the capacity in terms of finance? This year's budget, there was no allocation for the tablet thing you're talking about.
So it just came impromptu.
Is it in the form of donation, or maybe the Ministry of Education, the money that will be allocated to the ministry, they'll be purchasing these tablets? And how sustainable will the tablet be?
Yeah, and then when you even check the comment section, people are like, they have to like cater for these food and even the classrooms and other facilities are there.
All the challenges cannot be solved once.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are, it's progress. It's progressive.
Yeah.
But sometimes the first things first. We do the needful first. And sometimes, when you are implementing this, what about communities that has no light? How is the person going to use? Assuming the person must go online before I can access the content. If it's not
internet
offline,
bundle.
Sometimes they don't even have the network. Even textbook, the manual one available in shops and all these things.
Yeah.
And how much and where is the source of funding? And even, we've heard this before. About 3 years ago, he said it. Did they deliver? They said one teacher, one laptop. Are they done? What is the status of the laptop? So we just should not spend on something that may not yield the results as we are expecting now.
Exactly.
Though it's a good idea, we need it. And mostly the students too, are they really to integrate that technology into what they are learning? No.
Yeah, so for now,
even
he has made his
even the computers we are having in school, there's somebody who does not know how to touch the mouse.
Some people are really scared of mouse, keyboard. They are not able to use it.
And do you know how most of the senior high school students, they are smuggling smartphones to the campus and most of them are using it for some things,
Exactly.
So it's a good idea. I think Ghana as a country, we are not that ready for it. Like, we can't.
So other things should be put in place before thinking of coming with tablets to senior high schools.
Before else, we waste the money.
Yeah, so what do you think? Do you think it's necessary now or not? Please, let's see what you have to say in the comment section.
Oh yeah. Yes. I would say it's necessary, but we are not yet ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would move to the next one. I lived lavishly before social media. I won't stop now. Osekum Sikeni. Yeah, so from the Ghanaian rapper Osekum Sikeni, it's like most Ghanaians are criticizing him because of how he's living on social media, and he insists that he living in that luxurious way isn't meant to pressurize the youth, but that was how he has lived from his infant life till now. So it's not because of the critics that will make him pause that kind of lifestyle.
Sometimes and become that influential, maybe celebrity or popular. There are lots of people who are looking up to you. Some people, they copy the negatives, while others to copy the
positive side.
So based on how you live your life, you mean no harm. Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't intend to pressure people following you, but your outfit alone could, signal to your followers to also do same.
But he is living his life based on the money he has.
Sometimes, if you are popular, you don't live your life the way you wish. You know, we all know that.
Yeah, but
have you ever seen the president buying wache on the street? When the president buys wache on the street, it's a news.
Exactly.
When Kwame Eugene or somebody, a popular person, do something that is unusual, it becomes news.
Yes, exactly.
So, though it's his life, he's living, but he should also assess the impact. And are they complaining, or there are some individuals who think he's doing beyond?
He's doing beyond.
And also, is he actually faking? Is it his real life?
That's his real life.
And is he the one funding, or he laboro?
No, he's like, even from school, he was like, way back, I used my school fees to shop for items. I've always been a fashionista.
More.
Those who envy me term it as a show off, but it is my lifestyle.
It's his lifestyle.
Yes.
And
so anyways, or means that he would go to get it for himself, he would do it.
Yes. And you know, you can't restrict somebody from doing what, as long as it doesn't go against the community rules, the person can.
Yes.
But you know, sometimes too, we should also think of the impact. Sometimes the pressure indirectly we put out there, you know, so he should be moderate. It may be as a show based on the show, you know, sometimes they wear these things, but in no usual hours.
But that's his normal, like on a normal day, he has his chains on, everything. On a normal day.
So he affords his
time. Yes.
Exactly. You know, nobody's sponsoring. You are not sponsoring.
Yeah.
But at least he should also think of the people he's following. If they say maybe it's becoming too much to bear, he should also consider them.
Alright, so let's see what you have to say about this in the comment section, so we get interactive. Our next news is from Kennedy Agyapong. Elect me as your president and I will feed the whole Africa through farming. Yes, so the new Patriotic Party Member of Parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy Agyapong, has shared his vision to create a sustainable economy for Ghana. He said if he is elected as president in 2024, he will use farming to sustain Ghana and Africa as a whole.
Well, you know, sometimes
Africa.
I ask myself, who told Ghanaians that you must have position before you can implement, you know, your vision? Must we always have positions, titles?
He being the president, he would be able to, that's what he is saying, that if he is voted as the president.
If you are the central government, you are part of the policy formulation. Okay, in terms of agriculture, you have a lot to implement. But I ask myself, no, currently he is a wealthy businessman. Let's assess his impact on agriculture currently. So let's assess his impact on agriculture currently. And aside his impact on agriculture currently, when he becomes president, at least he should tell us what he is going to do. Ghanaians need to be the food basket of Africa. We would need more farm implements, you know, the tractors, the wagons, the irrigation, you know. These things, we need some policies, and sometimes assessing loan in bank for agricultural purposes is very, very difficult.
So if I get what you're saying, you want to say that, let's say you have a position as a class prefect.
Oh yes.
And then you are really working very hard, you are hardworking and everything. If it gets to a point that you would want to be a school prefect or something, it will just be easy for you because you've really done good work. But if you're lazy about being a class prefect, what is the assurance that when you get to the higher level, you will...
So mostly, no, I'm not doubting him. He can, if only he's able to implement sustainable policies. You know, sustainable policies that will improve. Lots of people are ready to venture into agriculture, but the production costs and even the implements, they are not accessible. So it deters people from venturing into agriculture. You know, so if he's able to make impactful policies, we can, because we have the arable lands already. We have the workman force, the labor force we have already. What we need is a direction. It's the direction. So he can, but my problem is it's not in the Bible, it's not in the Constitution that you must have position before you are able to implement some policies. Though some policies you need the power.
Yeah.
You need the power. But sometimes if you start something in other countries, you'll be supported. If you begin to do something useful.
But with a policy like that, I think getting the power to implement is very necessary.
Okay, currently we are implementing the planting for food and jobs. Let's assess the impact. They have the policies, they are implementing the policies, they have the power to do that. Let's assess ourselves the impact.
Okay, so we assess the impact first.
The impact. Then if we want another way, no, there are some things it could have been done better.
Yeah.
But what we need, so first of all, he should tell us what he's going to do for assessment, if it will really work. So it's not just having the position means it will be done.
Yes. So we have to assess it first.
Yeah, so I want to do this.
Get to the point that he'll be in power and then he would want to implement.
Yes. I want to do this. This is how I'm going to do it. This will be the outcome. You get the experts on board to criticize and also make input before we roll out. But if you become the president, it doesn't mean automatically Ghana will be the food basket.
Yeah.
That's when you are coming to implement the main actions that will yield that result for us.
Yes.
So anybody at all can do it.
Exactly.
We just need people or somebody who is committed.
Yeah. So
yes.
So let's see how committed he would be in the years to come.
Sometimes.
So, yeah, we need your comments too. So let's go with our last topic for today. The whales picked up in Togo and locked in hospital whilst traveling to Lagos to see lava. Yes. So the whales is Duncan Williams' son, Archbishop Duncan Williams' son. So,
a popular man of God.
Yes, a very powerful man of God. And then according to Daniel, that is his son, his family is very controlling. Therefore, he decided to go on a trip to Nigeria to visit his girlfriend without telling his family. But his father found out and then he intercepted his journey after he reached Togo. Yes, so
in this case, it's like
actually in the comment section, people were like, "Oh, his father is trying to protect his son."
So the father's role and also the human rights.
Yes, so
there are rights here and freedoms, and also a role as a father. And he's not doing that because he don't want his son to live, but maybe on medical grounds. We all know that the son is having some acute bipolar disorder disease. And that kind of disease, sometimes you can't control it when it becomes that dominant. So when the son was leaving, was the son leaving with some medical team or people who will be around to attend to the son?
And even he wasn't traveling like
the usual route.
No, he was traveling by land.
Okay. Yes. So in this case, the father can be protective, and also the son will also think, why is my father restricting my right of freedom of movement and all that? Then
our parents have various reasons they restrict our movement, and sometimes they make certain decisions.
In order not to make the son also feel bad, he can also improve on something that will, assuming he was traveling with medical team, medics to attend to him. But the son also left unannounced.
Because he was like, his parents are very overprotective, so even if he tells them, they won't allow him to. And so he had to make the move all by himself.
If you also do these kinds of things, it also sends signal like my that my parents won't imprison me. I'm of age, I'm adult. I know what's up. I can do my own stuff. So in this case, though you are playing your role as a father, you must also ensure that it doesn't impede on one's rights. And also seeing the lava, maybe he didn't leave first of all the appropriate way, the family rules or something. It was breached. So he had to intervene. I think he is not seizing him for the entire life. Something will still be done.
So with this, we all know in our Ghanaian societies, most parents try to force certain things on their children. Maybe the child wants to go to this place, like let's say for just a short period of time, but the parents will be like, no, don't go, don't do this. So when the child gets a little opportunity or something, the child makes it like very, very, very.
Yes.
So you see, sometimes our children, yeah. So our children's opinion should also be taken into consideration.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But mostly with us, our parents want to force everything on us and go here you have to, don't go here you have to. And sometimes the children want to express themselves. So with that too, what you're saying on that?
Oh yeah, they have to express themselves. And also expressing yourself doesn't mean you should go against some certain norms.
Yes.
So this is a son to father or father to son relationship. They should ensure that they build a harmonious, relationship with some rules that will also guide. The father is doing that to protect the son, but the son also feels otherwise.
Yeah.
So therefore, what must be done? What is the best solution? This one should be a family issue. They should try to discuss and know the way forward.
Yeah.
That one will be better.
Yeah. So we would need your opinions in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe, you like, you share, and also you comment. So this is Weekly Gist, and we hope to see you next week. Bye.